morning everybody. We are heading back to the farm to put these potatoes in the silo for feeding the pigs. We were just up at Roar's Potatoes, where we previously have gone to sell things like potatoes and sugar beets. There's also, I believe, a wood chip point up there for selling wood chips. It's been quite a busy morning already. The students are out. They have limed and fertilised a small grass field that I cut yesterday. They are currently sowing canola in field 12 and liming field 13, and I was on top-up duty using the auger to top up the lime spreader this morning, and I'll probably need to do it possibly at least once or twice more before they're finished in there today. But I thought I'd just take a few minutes to pop and get these potatoes, because I've been meaning to get them, as you know, for the past couple of days and not had the time. The other thing I hope to do today is to start getting the silage out of the bunker silo, and I've had the students set up the belt system this morning, so hopefully that's ready to go. And I can start getting that emptied as well. Slow down there. And yes, the other thing I'd like to do is pop up and have a look at the fields. I think that the oilseed radish is going to need cultivated. The students have got classes later this afternoon, so I will probably take the cultivator up with me and do that in a little bit, probably just after lunchtime. Oh. I probably need to take the other camera view, see how we go. Oh, there we go. Trying to do it from this view more often, which isn't easy, because I'm not very good at driving. Well, that's the potatoes in. That's one job done. Take this over to bunker silo now. Ah, yeah, there was something I wanted to show you about the pigs. That's our planter for, we're hoping to also start getting the corn planted up in that field 13 either, possibly not today, it's possibly going to be tomorrow. Yeah, the pigs. So, I'll have a look at the app in the menu. So as you can see, the cows are 2222, that's what they've been like for a little while now. The pigs though, we started off the same 222 and 2 for these 4 breeds that we've got in here, and as you can see the difference in the breeding rate of these 4 pigs, and certainly the black seems to be breeding much quicker than the others, which is really interesting. So if you're on, I guess if you're looking to make money quick from pigs, you might want to look at putting the black ones in. your pigsties. You will probably start selling the pigs soon again. We do need to start bringing some money into the farm soon. Let me just start up these belts. Hopefully this will work. You never know. There we go. So, and I'm just going to leave that at the moment because I want to just go grab. In fact, I'll take the cultivator up now and just let that run. Mind you, if I need to go top up, let's go have a look over here. There's the auger, so I'm not sure if I'm going to need to top up the lime spreader again. I think I will though, so I might just stick to the plan and go up to do the cultivating after we're finished here. This wee tractor's struggling just a little bit to pull this big auger, but the other big tractor, as I say, is out. Oh, hold on, text from one of the students. Yeah, you reckon she's going to need another top up. Right. So you can see that our pH value is now perfect, and you can see that on silty clay they need quite a bit of lime, and we're looking at bringing the pH up to 7, which we have done. Is he sure he's going to need a top up? He's nearly finished. Well, they're nearly finished. It's interesting. And they've only got one. They might be okay. We'll wait and see, let them get finished, and if they finish, I'll go put this into the storage. Right, we will see you in a little bit, I think. Cheers then. It was a good spot of lunch. Occasionally come over here for my lunch. Not every day. Usually I'll just either bring sandwiches with me or I'll pop back home. Because, as you know, I live really quite close. But it's nice to come here now and then, especially when it's a nice sunny day like now. Right, back to work we go. So the student did need another top up of lime, just to finish the last little bit off. And then I put the remainder into the stores. But there's a slight change of plan this afternoon, in that I'm going to have to finish off sowing the canola, because fortunately they didn't get finished doing that before lunch, and they are all in class this afternoon. And sometimes it works out that they're not all in class at the same time, so you've got some out in the doing field work and others in the class, but occasionally, a couple of times a week, they all end up being in class at the same time as they are this afternoon. Okay, I've not clocked back in again. Clock in. There we go. Right, it does need topped up with fertiliser. We're okay for seed at the moment. We do need a bit more fertiliser, which is why he's left it over here. There's not too much of the field left, so it shouldn't take us too long. I should still have time to go and cultivating that oilseed radish. There we go. Take a risk and not use, well, use it. Ridge markers, maybe. I tend to too fussed by it. This one's not too bad a one for hopefully. Oops, a bit. There we go. So yeah, there are other things around this area I'd like to show you and talk about, you know, which kind of cover my plans for, or my hopes, I guess, for my future in this area. But what I might do is leave that until I've got a day off work. I only do work 5 days a week generally. Usually at the weekends I'm off unless we're really busy. And the farm manager takes a couple of days off through the week. They're normally off Tuesday, Wednesday, and I'll take off Saturday, Sunday. So on one of those days off, I'll take you on a wee short tour. Wouldn't probably be like a full episode type thing. See, and show you around and show you what I'm kind of hoping for at the moment. Big hopes. But for now we've got quite a lot to keep us busy here at the farm. It's funny, even having all the students around, although we've not got as many as we used to. Most of them are now at the other farm campuses. You know, I'm not any less busy for having students around. As I say, I'm often helping them make sure that they have what they need, as well as, you know, finishing little bits and pieces like this. Just to keep on top of everything. So yeah, this field still needed quite a bit of fertiliser, even though we'd already put manure on it. Actually, I probably should have showed you, but we'll get the field all take a look at the fertilising state. It's likely going to be tomorrow now that we'll... I don't know if the farm manager's decided whether to do corn or sunflowers in that field 13. I think corn would be better because I think they go through, pigs go through corn quite a bit. Right. Let's jump into this one now and hook up the cultivator. Seems very kindly left it ready to go. So just come back here quickly and just have a look at the nitrogen levels. Perfect, that's exactly, and you can see, yeah, 200 kilograms per hectare. Canola does need quite a bit. Cool. You've done a good job there as always. It's a good thing about our students is the same, most of them already come here having grown up on farms. A lot of them are just coming here to learn a bit more of the business side of it. Those who need to can also, take their tractor license here if they haven't already got one. I don't know if I told you, I did cut the bushes back here yesterday morning, I think it was. I came up and cut them back a bit so I can see better where we're going now, even when coming up in the little Land Rover. So certainly in one of these plots, possibly that one to my right, we'll put sunflower in there. I just want to quickly check the soya beans because they're coming on quite not bad. It looks like they're past the flowering stage and they're at podding now. You can see the pods on them, so that's good. They won't be too far off being ready for harvest in the next day or two, I would think. The Alseed radish, it's been needing cultivated for a couple of days now, so I'll come and do that. Let's have a look at this one as well as we're going past. This is wheat, if I remember, yeah. Looking good. And the barley should be roughly the same. Yeah, good stuff. We might do oats in this small field down here with the Alseed radishes. So that's what the farm manager's thinking of. Right, and lower this. And just do this funny little corner here. We can get a path right to the edge here, unfortunately. It won't let me do it. There we go. This, you'll know this is technically what we're using here is a disc harrow, but we are using it. It does, of course, give you a cultivated state anyway, so we use it generally just, well, for that, for the cultivated. I quite like it because it's quite quick and it's not too big, which, given how tight some of these fields are, it's quite handy. Because with the big plough, you know, can't quite always get into some of the corners, so at least when I come in with this I can get right into the corners fine. Yeah, actually, I'll jump out in a second. We'll have a look at the difference between the end levels and the bit where, just before we cultivate it and then after. If you just give me a second. So it's showing at 40, I mean it's different soils, but it's showing at 40 kilograms a hectare. Now, it says nitrogen okay there because, of course, this would quite like 0, as you can see, because it's 40 over 0. But I don't know this system. I mean, in a sense, if I was to put canola or winter wheat in here, it should really, you know, use up quite a lot of, or potatoes, it should really use quite a lot of nitrogen up, but yeah. So now we've got 20 kilograms a hectare, so it's put in, well, clearly an extra 20 kilograms a hectare on top of what's already there, which, you know, you might think, well, it's not a lot. Is it then worth doing oilseed radish? I guess that just depends on you, but it's quite, oilseed radish is, I mean, the seed is cheap and it uses very little seed, so it is a cheap way of getting some nitrogen into your soil, and it's also I guess a more organic way of doing it, a more friendly way than doing it than using the chemical one. So you should be using the manure really, because yeah, our cows are not organic on this farm. Oh, not 100% anyway. We do have some of the other colleges, farm colleges, students can move around and learn about things like niche farming, which is sort of somewhere in between this type of farming and organic, sort of middle road, but again looking after the environment. I mean, a lot of farmers do care about the environment and do their best to look after it, but they're also under pressure, I think, to, you know, get the best yields they possibly can, and to do that it means doing things like reducing competition from weeds and stuff, which often requires, you know, spraying and such like. And potatoes in particular get sprayed can be sprayed up to 15-20 times a year because there are so many different diseases and pests, etc., that they can have. The worst one being potato blight, I guess, which has caused the famines in potato famine in Ireland in the 1840s, if my memory serves right. So, you know, it is really difficult to get that balance between farming and, you know, food security and the environment, I think. But it is something that crop research places are trying to look at doing, as well as places like this, you know, our college, as well as I say, it does look at different farming methods, it does look at new techniques and technology when it comes out, so, you know, try to keep up to date with all the latest stuff that we can to make things better and, you know, put food on the table for people, as well as looking after the environment, because we understand that the environment is important to things such as crop growth and, you know, soil quality and things like that. Good soils are important. So yeah, it is a difficult balance, but it is a necessary balance as well. One of the other things we used to also have here at the farm, going off of crops and environment for a bit, is forklift. We used to do forklift training because it's mostly just how to, you know, to safely use a forklift. But now our students will have to go to one of the other farms to do that. The college is actually selling, I mean, this isn't the only farm the college is selling off. There is 3 other ones it's selling off. And they are moving more and more to using virtual reality in their training now. Because we know VR, you can hook up to another farm. You don't even have to be looking at what's going on at the farm your campus is on. You could be looking at, you know, one of the other farms and learning how to do stuff through virtual reality. So, you know. And money's tight, as it is everywhere. So for the college to stay afloat, it's come down to having to sell off some of its farms, and some of those people will be made redundant. We were lucky in a way here, I guess, that all the staff here were actually given the option of going to either other farms or other campuses, because there's ones where different things are taught, and so, you know, if you don't necessarily need to be on the farm campus. But yeah, it's still sad times, so some people are losing their jobs. And as I say, I've opted for voluntary redundancy, and in that I hope that it's going to save a job elsewhere for someone else who doesn't want to go at the moment. But we'll see. Anyway, we are coming to the end of our time here on this episode. I hope you've enjoyed it again today. It's just been one of these mixed days, as it often is. It's fine, and hopefully we'll catch you on the next episode. Bye for now, everybody.